Hey folks, Jerome Portswood here. It's 3:18 p.m. on September 10th, 2025 in Shaughnessy, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It is 20 degrees outside on a sunny afternoon in the city. In this video, I traveled for 3 kilometers starting at Devonshire Park, then go south on Hudson, west on West 33rd, south on Pine, west on West 37th, and south on Maple, and then west on West 41st, ending my trek by the intersection of West 41st and East Boulevard. To support the channel, click the heart icon to send me super thanks. For updates, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at jforcewood. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it, and subscribe. Howdy folks, Jerome Portswood here. I'm currently heading over to Hudson Street right now. We're here in the Shaughnessy neighborhood. And we are south of King Edward Avenue, so we are not in the first Shaughnessy neighborhood section of the neighborhood, but we are in the south of First Shaughnessy neighborhood, or South Shaughnessy Heights. This is where the mansions get a whole lot smaller. And there's a slightly lower dip in affluence over in this neck of the woods. This is the intersection of Hudson and Cognate. We're gonna head this way along Hudson. We'll terminate, I believe, around 32nd Avenue. As we're strolling through the area, we'll stop to take a look at a few of the homes over here. Beautiful home right here. There's a large percentage of Chinese people that live in this neighborhood. And you'll often find homes with lions, Chinese lions, and stuff at the entrances to the buildings, just like we saw. About 30% of the population over here in Shaughnessy is Chinese, specifically Chinese. When I looked at the statistics, I was not surprised. We do have a large population, wealthy population of Chinese people who do call Vancouver home. See the beautiful properties over here. Keep strolling here. This area does not have a lot of businesses, if any real businesses or restaurants in the area, except in its southwest corner, where the Shaughnessy neighborhood meets at the borders between the Kerrisdale neighborhood and the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood. Over here, and this is some of the homes that you'll find. You'll often see homes of this size, often or larger, also in other neighborhoods like West Point Grey, Mount Pleasant. So this isn't an unusual sight to also see over here in Shaughnessy. While a lot of these homes are a lot smaller than homes you'll see in other neighborhoods across Canada that also have affluence, like the Bridle Path in my old hometown of Toronto. The property values of these homes on over here on this plot of land means that it's very, very expensive. Vancouver does not have land to expand on, so we're at the point now where we have to build up instead of building out. That's because we're bordered by mountains and the ocean, unlike areas like in Calgary where you just have more farmland that the city can gobble up and turn into housing. Just interesting to see. Just gonna pull out my map and make sure I'm heading in the right direction. Let's cross the street while we still can. And we've just crossed West 33rd, and it looks like we're gonna head this way. And this will take us over in this home right here. People come on over here and they expect to see giant palatial estates. And when they come on over here, they often see homes that are the same size as less affluent homes all over Ontario and southern Ontario. It's quite humorous. Quite humorous. Especially people from Toronto, they expect this area to be big like the Bridle Path, but look at the homes that you get here. While they're big for Vancouver, they are not big for the Bridle Path. And you really get a sense of the disillusionment from the wealth that you see in other cities across Canada. So what the same amount of wealth, if not more often, people who have more wealth because they live here in Vancouver than in Toronto. And they are the few people that can actually, few families or businesses. Sometimes these homes are owned by businesses, large corporations as well. They're some of the few homes that these people can afford in this very exclusive neighborhood. but very, very interesting to see nonetheless. Like a home this size in Windsor, Ontario is not going to be going for the ticket price that it's going on over here. This home's probably like $6 million, if not more. And in Windsor, these types of homes on over here used to go about that size. If you were in downtown Windsor, they'd go for $50,000 about 15 years ago. They're probably about $700,000 to $800,000 now. And they're being a much more depressed, economically depressed city. But over here, a home like this right here, this is probably also $6 million. And this would be an average home size you'd see in an area, a city like Kitchener, Ontario, or London, Ontario. So yeah, what you can buy here over here in Vancouver is not necessarily directly the same. And when you look at some of those bigger homes, especially along streets like Bel Air Avenue and West Point Gray, those homes are massive. Massive. Taking up multiple football fields, as opposed to over here in the Shaughnessy neighborhood. Just shows you, while they say that this is the richest neighborhood, they hide where the richest neighborhood is, further to the west. It's so funny. So funny. We're at Granville Street right here. And I do not see a signal light. The intersection of Granville and 33rd. We're gonna cross the street. Looks like it's our turn here. This is Granville Street is a major thoroughway here in the city, and it runs right through the middle of the Shaughnessy neighborhood. Although, when you walk down Granville Street, you often can't see the homes that are over here because they have large hedgerows protecting the homes, acting as a sound barrier. Looks like this home's going up for sale right across the street here. It's got a heritage designation too. This is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Vancouver. It is not the oldest, Strathcona is, but it is one of the oldest. This is where the wealthy and the elites chose to settle, as designated by the CN Railroad, who own most of the city of Vancouver. After the West End started to become an area more for the middle class, and this is the area that the wealthy chose to settle in, with the leadership of the people of the CN Railroad here. We're at Shaughnessy Heights United Church right here. I wonder if Reverend Jeff Rock is here today. Or that might be a different church altogether that Jeff Rock's part of. Who knows? Very cool either way. Nice to see the church in the neighborhood. Looks like this is the Reverend's residence over here. And there's some more of the beautiful church that's over here. It looks like they have some beautiful, beautiful stained glass here too. Very interesting to see. Okay, let's keep going. We're over here on West 33rd. And we are just crossing Cognat Street here. There we go. So keep rolling. Oh, now you got a Cybertruck there too? If that's not a status of wealth, I don't know what is. You can see how over here the streets aren't as tree lined. There's small little trees on this area. It was developed a whole lot later than in the first Shaughnessy neighborhood, where they have the streets lined with a large amount of large green trees. It makes a lot of those streets very, very shady in the summertime, showing off some of the natural wealth that the neighborhood also has beyond just your home. You got trees on your home or trees adjacent to your property. Mature trees that are healthy, that can also raise the value of your home significantly. So, okay, what can you say? We're at the edge of Arbutus Ridge here now. In Shaughnessy. You can see how the homes on over here are a lot smaller. Not the same level of affluence here in this part of the neighborhood. Now across the street here is the Arbutus Trail. This is also Arbutus Ridge, and Quinchilla Park right on over here goes along there in the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood. But we're gonna go south here along Pine Street. Here in the Shaughnessy neighborhood. We're gonna head uphill here, but this is south. and over into the one store retail area here in this neighborhood, which is where this neighborhood intersects with Carisdale. Look at this home, they got a stained glass window in there. Where this neighborhood meets up with Carisdale and Arbutus Ridge. What a beautiful day to go exploring. Just crossing West 36 here on West 36 and Pine. And we'll head on south towards West 41st. And I'll take you into the last little stretch. Actually, you know what? We'll go along West 37th here. Pass by part of the school too, which makes up a bit of the parkland here in the area. Especially with that, I believe it's a running track. It's part of a city park. That's the local high school in the area. There's a small little elementary school next door to it. So this is West 37 across the street. I just want to make sure I'm heading in the right direction, so I'll pull out my map. Yep. And we're just 2 blocks away from the high school. Over here, this is West 37th we're on. So welcome to West 37. Over here you'll see a lot more homes that are a lot more indicative of other neighborhoods in the area. A lot more indicative of the homes that you would find in the Carisdale neighborhood or the Arbutus Ridge neighborhood, or the Mount Pleasant neighborhood. We don't have a lot of the large palatial estates on over here that you would find more in the first Shaughnessy neighborhood. Hey. And you can see how the homes over here much more modest, even though even a home like this that's a bit weathered is probably still around $6 million. And we're crossing Cypress Street. Here's one of the few larger estates over here. Looks like a two-home property. But again, most often very modestly sized single family dwelling homes here in the neighborhood for the rest of the country. And we're over by the high school. There's the high school right here. Or this is the elementary school. So this is the local elementary school over here. And the high school, of course, is right next door. And through the high school there is a parkland and trails, so we will enter into the area. It's more of the elementary school there for you. Wow, this is the high school down below.
Alright guys, don't look at this side yet, okay? Okay, 5 more seconds. 5. Come join us out here. 4, 3.
There's some of the tennis courts over here, as well as the high school right there. And then you can see the running track over here. Come back over to the sidewalk now. Beautiful, beautiful manicured green field on over here. And over here, this is the main retail street. This is one of the new developments here in Shaughnessy. You can see how it's currently getting built. Looks like the sidewalk's closed here, so we'll cross the street. The road's closed down here as well. That's good. There's a big park right on over here in the area. This is the edge of the neighborhood here in Shaughnessy. And you can see even in Shaughnessy, even at the southern border here, you have a new encroachment of higher density housing moving into the area. So the neighborhood is changing. And it will change more over time, especially here in the area south of First Shaughnessy. That doesn't have that heritage conservation plan. We're now in the Kerrisdale BIA on over here on West 41st Avenue, and this corner on over here up to the next intersection of East Boulevard. And this is the Shaughnessy section of this part of the neighborhood. So welcome to the Shaughnessy stretch of the neighborhood. This is the bulk of businesses that are within the border of Shaughnessy, right here on this small little stretch. Not a whole lot. And when you see places like Fresh Slice here, that isn't necessarily catering to the affluent people that live in the neighborhood. Or when you see things like this too, it looks much more like the presence of homeless people. Very starkly different once you get down here. So anyways, folks, thanks for coming along today. Just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, okay? So, have a good day. That was our exploration of Shaughnessy, yeah. Have a good day.